It's not the love potion right now.
No, it is not. It is the hate potion. It is the dark. It's a very dark potion. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of On Display with Melissa Gorga. You guys are going to be so excited about today. I have a true gem in the room with me. She's the true OG of RHONY. She's a singer, she's a performer, and she's currently on tour with her cabaret show, Marry F Kill. So today I have with me the always classy Countess Luann.
Thank you, Melissa, for that intro. And it's so funny because you said F, Marry, Kill, you were going to say, and that's really the name of the game, right?
Yeah, that's why I got confused for a minute. I want to bring the F in first,
But we know how you think, darling. So, but the reason why it's Marry F Kill, because it sounds so much better as a song. And, the inspiration really came from my fans because I do a Q&A with my audience in my previous cabaret show. And I was always asked that question, Marry F Kill. So, after years of hearing this, I said, you know what? And it's so funny. We've never played this on the Housewives of New York. So I didn't know what the game was until I got asked this every single show. And it was my inspiration for my tour. So really my fans are the ones who gave me this idea. And it's about, the ones we'd marry, the ones we'd F, and the ones we get rid of. So, and then I wrote the song and, I just love it so much. Tracy Young has now remixed it. She just won a Grammy with Madonna.
Wow. You always have good people in your corner and working for you. I feel like you've been very good at that. And that's probably why you've had so much success after RHONY and you just keep living and going. You have great people working with you.
Well, that, my director is Richard J. Alexander. He's worked with the most iconic and he's an icon himself. My musical director, Brian Nash, is amazing. Roger is amazing, my assistant. And I have Bruce Roberts, who produced the song Marry F Kill, who's a major producer, who's produced for Whitney and Barbra Streisand, to name a few. So I do get to work with the best in the business, including Desmond Child. That song when I wrote Viva La Diva. Actually, he really wrote that song. That's one of the few songs that I was not so involved in because he had it. He goes, I've got a song for you. And Desmond Child wrote, Living the Vida Loca and Living on a Prayer.
Wow.
So I was like, for me, really? And that's where Viva La Diva was born. But, I love the music. I write my music. I've been doing it. I got reminded recently that my casting tape for RHONY, and nobody knows this, I sang, what a day this has been. What a reboot I'm in.
You sang on your casting tape for RHONY.
That's right.
And that's what you just sang? That's what you did?
In 2006. Yeah, it's a Peggy Lee song.
So I love it.
Yeah, so I sang and they go, look at you now. You went from singing a song that you like to sing at parties to taking over stages across not only America, but now in Europe. Going Europe and Australia and England, Australia. I played Dublin in last June. I'm going back for touring over there next year. So, I'm super excited that people, what I do with cabaret is it's my love affair with music. I first started with a friend saying, hey, you love to host parties, you love to sing for your friends, and you love to tell jokes. You should be doing cabaret. And that's what cabaret is all about. People ask me all the time, what is cabaret? Well, it's a personal story. Like my cabaret show, Marry F Kill, it's all about who we'd marry, who we'd F, and who we'd get rid of. And it's my personal story. So like I had a video for the Girl Code that I've been sitting on for years. My daughter Victoria's in that video. And, it's something only you can see if you come to my cabaret show. So it's pop culture meets cabaret, meets comedy, meets a fashion show, because I'll be wearing Giovanni.
Right. It's a variety show of basically everything. Right? It's pretty much what a variety show, which have always been my favorite. By the way, I feel like we don't get enough of those anymore.
It's very Carol Burnett, very much so. That's how I grew up, in one of my icons for me and always inspired me. So it is kind of like that. It's a full-on party. You don't have to be a Housewives, fanatic to get into the show. I've had many people say to me, I mean, what a great show. I mean, I don't watch your show, but I came with my friend.
Right.
And I just love what you do, etc. So, it's an experience. It's immersive. We play Marry F Kill with the audience. It's a sing along also because, my fans are young. They grew up with me. Their mothers were listening to the music that I listened to. So I'm very
Exactly.
careful about my song choices. I want them to know the lyrics. And then I pick the song, then I pick the story that's going to back up into that song. Why that song? And then of course I picked the perfect Giovanni dress, of which, by the way, I'm working on a line for them. Finally, after all this time,
For
working on
Giovanni.
for Giovanni for a more affordable collection for them, and also more day to night. So it's not so boom, I mean, I
Right.
need boom for my cabaret shows, but women across the country, they just need a dress to go out in that they know that they're going to look hot, and hot
Right, like a
date
little
dresses.
black dress with that gives you a nice shape.
Little
And
sparkle, but not crazy, that kind of
listen,
thing.
I would have to carry those at Envy if they're not as, bedazzled. You have to do this, and then we need to start selling those at Envy because that would be a score. That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
So yeah, no.
I'd
So I'm
buy
working on
from you,
that.
Luann. I would buy your collection. So bring it to
Good.
me when you're ready.
Oh, don't you worry, I'll bring it to you. And so I always say, people come to my show, they don't know what to expect because even though I've been at cabaret for almost 7 years now, 2018 I started. So they don't know what to expect, and they come and they're like, wow, this is an amazing show, because they work really hard at it, and they never get to see it in Housewives because it's always about music rights. You know how it is, music rights. So they can't show songs I cover, but
We're only
maybe they'll
allowed to
play
sing
them.
Amazing Grace. That's it. That's the only thing you're allowed to sing on Housewives. Is Amazing
Yes,
Grace is the only thing that's like allowed.
yeah. So people don't understand, and then I deliver because I work really hard at it and I love it. That's the other thing. People see that I love the show and I have fun doing it. So right away, it's just
You can see that you enjoy it. By the way, guys, I've been to multiple shows of Luann, and it is a night out. It's so fun. You grab a cocktail, you put a cute outfit on. She always has fun people in the crowd. She always brings a live show that was like exciting and fun, and the music's great. I love that you are going to be in my area this whole week. So I cannot wait to see you again. But you do put on a show, and I'm going to tell you guys later on where she's going to be. But she's all around Envy this week. She's in Huntington,
in Montclair, New Jersey, right?
Montclair, New Jersey. That's where my other Envy was. But you're all around me this week, so I'm going to have to try my hardest to come see you this week for sure.
Well, I'll see you there, darling. Well, you're always so supportive of me, and we did Ultimate Girls Trip together. That's when we really got to know each other, so much better. And that was the first Ultimate Girls Trip, right? That was the first.
The first one, best one, if you ask me. That's what I think. And you know what? I posted a photo of you and I today from that trip, and the comments that I got, everybody was so sexual. Everybody was like, "Look at you two, woo!" Yeah. It was like all the claws came out.
Yeah, we looked great. That was a good time, that trip. We had a great time.
We did. And to be honest, that is where I feel like I got to know you a lot better. And I fell in love with you on the girls trip. You were just so chill and so cool. And I felt like I knew Ramona, but I didn't really know the original New York girls as much. And I really just was like, oh my God, Luann's my girl. You're my vibe.
Ramona didn't pan out so perfect for her, but guess what? This is how we learn and grow. And I was so used to Ramona that, a lot of things I just let fly over my head. And that Kenya, she wasn't going to let anything fly.
Oh no, Kenya does not let one thing fly, and you got to love her for it. That's what makes her great TV is also. Let's discuss something we all care about. What's on your feet? And no, I'm not talking about those super cute, but actually torture chamber shoes. I'm talking about G-Defy shoes, the ones your feet have literally been begging for. By the end of the day, we're all feeling a little broken down, kind of like a reunion special, which is why G-Defy provides 2 free orthotics with every shoe and a built-in lateral stabilizer that realigns your body. Sick of feeling like your feet are taking more hits than a Watch What Happens Live guest? G-Defy's patented VersoShock technology absorbs all that shock and stress, so you don't have to. Guys, I have a few pairs of G-Defy shoes, and they're amazing. If you're on your feet all day, you'll be blown away at how much these shoes will help you out. Whether you're power walking to brunch or making a dramatic exit, these shoes have your back and feet. Who knew comfort could be this chic and shady? So if you're still walking around in shoes that scream, "I'm suffering, honey," it's time for an upgrade. Use code Melissa for $20 off orders of $100 or more at gdefy.com. That's code Melissa for $20 off orders of $100 or more at gdefy.com. Here's a new escape from a hectic October. Get transported to the tropics with Liquid IV's new hydration multiplier plus immune support mango passion fruit. With 5 times the daily value of vitamin C and 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, you can give your body the immune support it needs. Just think of the new mango passion fruit flavor as your little tropical hydration escape from all the fall hustle and bustle. Guys, until a year ago, I had no idea what Liquid IV was. Fast forward to now, it's something I literally carry with me every single day. Whether I'm in envy all day, running around with the kids, or getting into the gym, Liquid IV is the perfect thing to help you hydrate after you've done a lot. And yep, like I said earlier, Liquid IV now comes with immune support, which is scientifically formulated to support a healthy immune system, which is perfect timing for that season where we all usually catch a bug or two. It's so easy to use. You tear, you pour, you live more because one stick plus 16 ounces of water hydrates better than water alone. Support everyday wellness with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code Melissa at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code Melissa at liquidiv.com. But I got a lot of questions from the fans. I'm going to stick to this to the Marry F Kill tour for a second since we've already been talking about it because there are some questions about that. They want to know, obviously you've been in the US, London, Ireland. What's your favorite stops on tour? Like where is your absolute favorite place to perform?
Well, I have to say that London really was so good to me. So was Dublin. You know, I was in London. I did my last show. It's called the Cocoa Club. Very fancy, swanky, red, velvet everywhere, gold gilded booths. And then I heard that Tilda Swinton was coming to my show, right? So Tilda Swinton shows up at my show and she goes, "Darling, I must do say you spread so much joy across the world and the stage. I just do enjoy watching you so much. But you must be tired after 6 dates. You must have a little rest. And so why don't you come over to Scotland? I'll take care of you, cook for you, etc." And so anyway, I'm aghast right now.
Yes, gagging.
Came over to Scotland and I said, Tilda, I've never been to Scotland. So guess what? I will take you up on that.
1,000%. 1,000%.
I just went to her premiere in New York. She just had a new film come out, The Room Next Door, with Julianne Moore. So she invited me and we're friends now. And, so London and Scotland, Ireland, all of these countries are big fans of the Housewives. And now they're big fans of my cabaret, which is fantastic. Now I'm going to Australia after London next year.
And Australia, forget it. They love the Housewives. I feel like half of my fan base is in Australia, which is so crazy. They're on the other side of the world, but it's pretty insane.
And people, they couldn't see my show. So people in New York were coming from Australia. They were coming from all over because they couldn't get to see me. So I'm so thrilled to be able to bring back, because this is my second tour over there, bring back my show to my fans who now they don't have to fly all the way to New York to see me.
Now, do you do something a little different for each show? Like, is there will you kind of tweak it opposed to where you're going to be? Or do you pretty much keep the same consistency throughout?
This is an all new show. First of all, Marry F Kill. And, it's pretty consistent, although I go off book all the time because, it's a really produced, but at the same time, I can go off script anytime because I know where I'm going back to, but for example, I was thinking about this. I have a girlfriend I used to model with in New York and she lives in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Right. So
I got a question about this, actually. I had one of the fan questions were from a listener of On Display. They said, when you come to Chattanooga, are you on tour? Will you cover Dolly for us? That's what they want to know.
Well, I don't know. Did she do "Pardon Me, Boys"? Is that the Chattanooga Choo Choo? But "Pardon me, boys, is that the cat that chewed your new shoes?" So you see, I like to change.
I love when you sing. I can listen to you all day, darling. I
I
love
like to
it.
have fun. What I do is take, some classic music. I turn it on its head. For example, I said to my director, I want to sing Eric Clapton, "Lay Down, Sally, don't need to leave so soon." But he goes, "But it's holiday. What do you mean?" I said, "Well, now it's Lay Down, Santa. Lay down, Santa." You go to
See,
all that.
I like that. Yeah, because now you're going to start getting into like holiday performances, right? Like the
Yeah, well, I'm doing
November.
holiday as well. I think so I'm starting with Mary F. Kill, and then I'm going into December into holiday shows. So it's Christmas with the Countess.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It seems like a lot of your friends from like the Bravo universe are also always saying positive things and spreading the word for you about the show. Have
Yes.
you ever had anyone from the Bravo world that was not supportive of your tour? Like anyone who you were like, you didn't feel the support there?
Not really. I mean, everybody's been, nobody expected for my cabaret to be as successful as it is, nor did I.
Right.
I did not. I mean, I did what I love to do, and it just turned into cabaret. It started as Countess and Friends. It was much more variety. And now I'm doing my own show, 2-hour show with an intermission. So it's really a proper show. And I could never have expected it to take off and expected to go on overseas touring as well.
Awesome. I mean, you really are a jack of all trades, but I did get another really good question from a follower. And they want to know, does anything scare you? Because it seems like you'll try anything. And I'm sure there's some insecurities inside there. Like, what scares Luann? What is it going to be if it's going to scare you?
Right, right. Well, I always say if you're not scared, you're not really living, because I like to attack my fears. Sure, everybody's scared. I'm not a superhuman, right? But I try to live one day at a time, one moment at a time. And if I think about what's coming up, and I have a lot of tour dates, it can be daunting and overwhelming. But I try to live in the moment. I try to just be true to myself, and that's how I kind of keep myself from going off kilter. And I'm scared of, what I'm scared of? Not living. I love life. I like to grab life. So that's what I do with my cabaret. It's like, welcome into the cabaret.
I love how you just like you breathe it. You breathe it, girlfriend. From the second you sat in this chair, you're just like living it. It's almost like you go into your role of cabaret. It's like you're an actress of some sort also, but it's like not an actress completely. Like you've really, really grasped like this cabaret thing, and you're feeling it, and it's very authentic, and we all feel that, and I think that's why it's doing so well, because you truly love it.
So I just came. We have the Hamptons Film Festival now out here, and I went to a documentary yesterday of Liza, and all the hoopla around her life. I'm not comparing myself to Liza, but I'm saying that she had we wear a lot of hats per se, right? We wear a lot of hats, so managing our personal life, managing our business, managing having the right people around us. You know what I'm saying? And so when I hate to prep to get to the stage. I hate to get my hair done. I hate to sit in makeup chairs.
Same.
I hate to go to the nail salon. I'm not that kind of girl. I'm more of a tomboy, really. And so for me, once I'm on stage, that's where I feel comfortable. And at that documentary, Liza said the same thing, and I could totally relate to that, because there's all this hoopla around it. And once you get out there, you're in your element. And I feel very much in my element when I'm out on stage.
That's awesome. You know your worth. And speaking of being true to yourself, the last time you were on the show back in March, we talked to you about being like the ultimate single girl, which I believe that you are. But a lot of my listeners, and including myself, I'm always so nosy about this. How is the dating life? Do you have time to invest like in dating while you're doing so many other things. We're also going to talk about the Love Hotel in a minute, but just talk to me about Luann and the whole dating world right now.
Listen, I'm dating here and there. I love men, as you know.
Yes, I've seen you
With
love men.
all of
I
my
know
heart.
you love men. You are a men lover, and I love it. And I love that about you.
I'm a great wingman, that is for sure. And I grew up with 4 older brothers, so a lot of people don't know that. So I feel comfortable with men. Women could be a little bit more difficult, as I think you might know through your experience.
Yes, I
Uh,
do.
right. So for me, Mary F. Kill is the dating game, right? Who do we want to marry? Who do we want to mess around with? And who do we want to get rid of? So I have fun playing the game right now because I'm in the best decade of my life. I feel, totally in the driver's seat. I love what I do. So unless somebody adds something to my life, I really can't be bothered. Now, I have guys here and there, of course, but nobody that, I really want to live with or introduce to my children, etc. Now, that's why I Love Hotel, when it came along, they said, do you want to go to a Caribbean island? Do you want to date? Do you want us to hook you up and pay you? I'm like, sign me up. I'm ready. Let's go.
Small, easy changes in your skincare routine can have amazing results. And your secret weapon should be Dime Beauty. We all know that the search for quality skincare is an exhausting one, but trust me, Dime Beauty is a place you need to check out. Dime Beauty is clean, high-end skincare that is affordable, and it really works. Dime didn't sacrifice performance just to make it clean either. And when I say clean, Dime is 100% transparent about every single ingredient, so you can use their products daily with confidence. So I wanted to take the guesswork out of my routine. So I started with their Works collection. I don't have to remember the order of a 10-step routine. No one has time for that. I especially do not. The Works system is everything you need in one powerful package. It includes a gentle cleanser, a toner, 2 incredible serums, and 2 luxurious moisturizers. They have everything: serums, cleaners, creams, and even tinted glow sunscreen, which, by the way, is my absolute favorite. Dime has over 2 million happy customers, and their product reviews are literally all 5 stars. Love your skin again. Go to dimebeautyco.com now and unlock 20% off when you use code Melissa20. That's dimebeautyco.com. Use code Melissa20 for 20% off. You are going to love this stuff. Okay, so let's talk about Love Hotel then for a second. How long did you actually have to stay there to film that?
We were there for almost a month.
You were? Oh my God. Wow. That's a really long time. Jesus, did you get any breaks or have to leave or anything?
No, we only got a day off, but it wasn't like Housewives. It's not that kind of show. I think it's its first ever for Bravo or Peacock, this type of dating show. And so, I said years ago, there's an epidemic of single women out there who are looking for love the second time around, the third time around. And, unlike The Bachelor, they're young, they don't have a lot of life experience. How much more interesting is it to have people of our age who have we have children, or we don't, or we have exes, or we have whatever. There's all kinds of drama in our lives. Wouldn't it be interesting to have that kind of show? And so when they proposed this to me, I'm like, finally, just with their housewives alone, they have a show in terms of fixing us up, right? So yeah, I think it's going to be it's definitely going to be a great show. I had the best time with the housewives. I got to know Ashley, and Giselle, who I didn't know well. I know Shannon a little bit better. We worked together a couple times, and there's drama, but the drama's with the boys.
Right. It's not between the women, which is refreshing and different, right? Wasn't that so refreshing?
It was so refreshing. And, so I didn't feel that kind of like, that gloom and doom of, what is she going to say to me next, or et cetera. We were very supportive of each other. Of course, there's a little drama within us, meaning the drama of, you want to keep him.
Right. And telling you like why you shouldn't
let him go. So we have to manage our friendships with girlfriends, and that can be tricky. So there's a little of that going on, but at the same time, the drama lies within the dating pool of men.
So was there a wide age group of men there? Like was it all ages of men?
It was pretty specific as to what we asked for in terms of the kind of men that we'd like to date.
Okay. So you put out there what kind of men that you would even be interested in. So which makes sense because you don't want a bunch of guys out there that you would never be interested. That would just be a flop of a show. Anyway.
And I got to say, they cast it very well. There was, good looking, successful men. And that's all I can say about the Love Hotel.
Oh my God. I cannot wait for that, by the way.
It's so good. So good.
I have to ask you though, and you can choose not to answer before we jump back off this subject, but the whole drama between Shannon and Joel, did you see any tension between them? Like, did you feel anything?
No, it's so crazy because I didn't notice that at all. So it must have been kind of a on the side, sidebar because I didn't see anything. And I didn't see Shannon treating anybody illy. So, it was obviously something very personal to Joel that he got offended.
Something had to be.
And then kind of lashed out and then went, oh shit, what did I do? And, he apologized to all of us because it affects all of us. And, listen, I think it's, he made a mistake for sure. And I feel bad for Shannon because I'm sure she was hurt by it. And, he mentioned her children.
I know.
Not cool.
Not cool.
Not cool. But I know that people make mistakes. I think he acted out, and then it was too late to take it back. And God knows we've all done that. So listen, I think that this will be forgotten. And Joel's was a good host. And I think people are really going to love the show.
Okay, good. So you didn't see any tension. Interesting. I thought maybe you guys could slice it with a knife or something. The way that came out, it seemed so intense, like it was going on for the whole month or something.
I know. No. And I would tell you if it was, but it wasn't.
Okay. I believe you. God believe you. What you say is true. So besides for Love Hotel, if you were going to meet a man, honestly, like even any men you're dating right now, is it an app? Is it through a friend? Is it in person? Is it sitting at a bar? Where are you meeting guys?
In person, restaurants, bar scene, walking down the street sometimes.
Because they're just like, hey, beautiful, how you doing?
Hampton Film Festival also.
Oh, well, there you go. Are you dropping hints? Are you dating anyone right now?
Filmmakers,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Luann's going to be in the next feature film of like Marry F. Kill. There's going to be a whole movie about Luann and a documentary soon. Like, just bring it to us. I love it. I want every second of it. All right. So you're not really an app girl though?
No, I got off my apps. I was on Raya. Well, it's supposed to be for celebrities. Well, good luck finding a celebrity on there. And I don't really per se want a celebrity. I want just, a good guy who's kind and successful and
hardworking,
generous, heart, and, packing.
Do you think, and he's packed. This is why I love you. Do you think you'll ever marry again?
I am a hopeless romantic, I don't know. Maybe I, like I said, I go moment by moment, day by day. If I think about, oh my God, am I going to work again? Am I going to get another cabaret show? Am I going to fill the seats? Am I going to find a guy? I don't work that way. I really just roll with it. And it seems to work for me.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like like at this age of your life, right? And everything that you've been through, it's going to be one of those things that if it comes natural and it feels good and it makes you happy, you'll be all in. But like, other than that, I feel like you can live with it without it. That's how you come off as the ultimate single woman, honestly.
So I did meet somebody of interest at the Love Hotel, but I can't tell you
more. My God. Okay. So I'm not, okay. So right there, I'm just going to stop asking you questions. See, that's what I wanted to hear, Luann. That's awesome. Okay, good. Well, now I'm watching. I'm tuning in for that. 1000% I'm in. I mean, do you have a trick while we're talking about men? What is your trick? Because this was another listener question for you. What is your trick with being so confident with men? You're extremely confident.
Like I said, I grew up with 4 older brothers. So I like the company of men because they're, for the most part, not complicated. They're pretty easy to maneuver around, right? And my trick is that flirting. Flirting is a big trick.
You are a flirt. I've always seen you flirt. Like you just said to my producer when we jumped on before, hi, darling. Feel like, oh, it's so happy to see you. And I'm like, look at her. She just has this way with men. She just does. You're just good.
And people don't flirt enough. They don't give it compliments enough. I think that people know when you like them or not. And it's all about the eyes, the
attention, the interest
that you have. I think being comfortable with yourself is the biggest key, and being happy, and I was saying this to somebody recently who just is just filled with joy and happiness. And when they enter the room, you can feel their energy, because we all have a big force field of energy, right? And positive energy is how I try to live, because we're our own worst enemies. So we talk negatively to each other, to ourselves, to say. So, I should have done that, instead of taking the positive road. And what I want people to know is what you put in the universe and what you think about yourself is what others are going to think of you. So it's really boils down to who you are. And if you love yourself the way you are, it really makes a difference in the energy and the people that you bring around you. So, I talk about this in my show. I give a lot of tips on dating in my show. So I think the fans are, besides having the time of their lives, I'm also inserting things of knowledge, because I'm really kind of a mentor in that way. I had great mentors in my life. And that's another thing, is that people don't have enough mentors, somebody that they admire and that they would like to live like. So get with that person, get with somebody you admire, and come to my cabaret and I'll teach you a lot more.
It's true. It's all about self-confidence. You can be your biggest critic, or you can be, your biggest champion.
And cheerleader. Yes.
That's a fact. Looking good. Obviously you look amazing. Just give it to me straight. Really. What do you do? Is it the exercise? Is it what you eat? Is it genetics? Like my people want to know.
It's all the above. My mother is 95. I just went to visit her. She's going to be 96 in December.
God bless her.
And her skin is insane. And she's never even had a facial. So my mother's French Canadian, and she has a Quebecois accent. There, I don't like to have a facial because I get a rash.
Okay, well, there you go.
Great skin. Listen, it's a combo of everything. Hereditary, taking care of yourself, eating well, exercise, all of it put together, and you know what? A smile on your face.
That's it. Really it's all about putting out that positive, like, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be alive. I think literally is like health from the inside out. I've always said that.
And if you're not happy with your life, you need to change it.
Exactly. On Display with Melissa Gorga is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Most of you listening right now are probably multitasking. Yep, while you're listening to On Display, you're probably also driving, cleaning, exercising, or maybe even grocery shopping. But if you're not in some kind of moving vehicle, there's something else you can be doing right now. Getting an auto quote from Progressive Insurance. It's easy, and you can save money by doing it right now, right from your phone. Drivers who save by switching to Progressive save nearly $700 on average, and auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Discounts for having multiple vehicles on your policy, being a homeowner, and so much more. So just like your favorite podcast, Progressive will be with you 24/7, 365 days a year, so you're protected no matter what. Multitask right now. Quote your car insurance at Progressive.com to join the over 29 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $698 by new customers surveyed who have saved with Progressive between June 2021 and May 2022. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations. Reality TV, can we just talk about it for a quick minute before I give everyone your tour dates? Obviously, the Real Housewives of New Jersey. We're on a little we're having a moment here, right?
Well, don't I know, because it happened to our franchise as well.
Exactly. Do you think that's what's going to happen? I obviously, by now, we have no idea, right? They're keeping us in the dark. We have no idea. What do you think is going to happen? And what do you hope happens?
Well, if I was a betting girl, which I am,
Okay.
if I was a betting girl, I would say that they would keep their cast members that work and add a couple newbies. Change up the potion. It's not the love potion right now.
No, it is not. It is the hate potion. It is the dark. It's a very dark potion.
Right. You don't want, the world is dark enough without having, to watch a show that feels very dark and heavy. So hopefully they will meld casts. I think that that was something that New York could have done, but now it's a little late to that party. So it's not too late for you though. So I would insist on that because I don't know how well the new Housewives of New York are doing. Do you?
Well, was
Like Dorinda would say, not
Luann,
well.
Luann, I got to just show that little smirk that you just had. Let me just show that smirk. Well, the truth is, yes, I know you wish they would not have done a reboot.
I wish those girls well. I have no Harper, no, I'm not that person. I look at the positive. I don't know if I would do the show anymore because I'm having so much fun doing other shows and not dealing with the drama anymore. But for you personally, I think for Jersey, they should keep their cast members that work and don't bring so much darkness and, regroup. But all new cast, I would say that's probably not a great idea.
Right. Are you watching the new New York?
Not really.
Okay. All right. That's fair. That's fine. Does it secretly make you?
I don't watch a lot of Housewives franchises. In any case, sometimes I'll catch Beverly Hills because those are my girlfriends. I'll catch you. I'll catch Miami because I have friends over there. I just made friends with Salt Lake or Meredith Marks, who's got her caviar, which is so good. And she's lovely. So, we're all different. All the franchises are so different. We're different women. So it's hard to compare.
Yes. I mean, does it secretly make you a little happy inside if the ratings of the new show are not through the roof? Or what do you feel about that?
Well, listen, I wish them well. They're not us. It's different. They're different women, totally different women. So I wish them well, and I hope that their ratings improve.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Have you met any of them? Do you have a favorite? Do you like the
Sure.
ladies personally?
I do. I like Aaron. I like Uba. I know, and Bryn. The other girls I don't know well at all.
Okay. What about OC? I mean, do you have any opinions on OC right now? Do you pick a side between Tamra and Vicki? Like what's your stance on that?
I don't know what's really happening.
I know there's a lot of drama. And you know what? I just feel like you can like resonate with this. I feel like they're two OGs, right? So sometimes when drama goes on between two OGs, I just feel like the friendships after a while, they start to get hiccups, right? And they start to butt heads because they were the closest and the best of friends for so long. And the two of them are kind of at each other's throats right now.
But why?
That's a really good question. I think it had to do something. There's so many like moving parts to that, but I think they also had a show, right? The Three Amigos, and Tamra ended up not doing the show anymore with the girls, and they were upset because she just kind of dropped off and she's been tough, I guess, on Shannon. She's kind of holding her accountable for the DUI situation. And there's, I can hear both sides of their story, and I understand why this one's frustrated and I understand why the other one's frustrated. So for me, I love them both, honestly. And it's very hard for me to choose.
It's so Housewives. I don't do that anymore. I'm not getting involved in the drama. I only want to help Shannon to find love again because I think what happened to her is awful. In so many ways. I mean, she has not had the best luck with men. And so I think the Love Hotel was a good retreat for her in so many ways. And, I've known Tamra for years and, I just did her podcast, but I don't get in the middle. I try, I've always been the peacekeeper of sorts.
Yes, you
And
have.
so who am I to judge? It's their story. It's not mine.
Exactly. And you don't know when it starts getting into, I know the little, started flying about their children and comments about this and that. And then when it gets too dirty, it's just when we need to be like, all right, everybody needs a break to just like sit back. You feel, especially when the shows are airing, everybody's like, you're on fire at the time and you say all these things that you probably don't even mean. I mean, do you ever wish you never joined the world of reality TV? Are you grateful for your time on RHONY?
Of course. I mean, I have a living photo album of my life. I don't even own that house anymore. My dog Aston is gone. The kids will never be 10 and 12 again. So I get to see them at that age, and it's wonderful. Rosie, the housekeeper, she died.
Oh, I know. She was the best.
She was the best. And so it's actually melancholic for me in a way, because I miss some of those times, but I'm not somebody who reminisces a lot. I'm not a big reminiscer of yesterday. I go with the windshield's bigger for a reason than the rearview mirror. I think forward, but I don't regret anything about the show. In fact, it's given me a platform to do what I love, which is cabaret. So I'll always be grateful for the housewives.
Of course. Yeah. I feel like most housewives would say that, because it's such a great platform, and working with NBC and Bravo, I think they're all wonderful over there. So I just,
and they're all different, the shows. We were not as below the belt as you guys. You know what I mean? We don't go after our kids. We don't go after family stuff, but this is part of your show, is it's about your family.
Yeah. Jersey's family.
It's really hard to navigate. It's already hard to navigate a family without doing it on reality.
Right. It's so hard to navigate. Okay, so I heard you have a new song that's just released, and it's called Marry F Kill, and you have some housewives on the track. Is this true?
Well, no, I did a music video for the song. So I included Margaret Josephs.
Oh my God. Do you know Margaret is keeping this a secret from me? I did not know this.
Oh, come on. You have to see it. First of all, the video is out on YouTube. You can see the video. And I have Candace Bushnell, who is a good friend of mine who wrote Sex and the City. She's in it. So I love the song. I love the music video. You have to check it out. It's streaming on Spotify.
Oh my God. I did not know this. Okay. So I need to watch this.
It's everywhere. And I can't believe Margaret didn't tell you. And, and also the song's been remixed by Tracy Young, who's a Grammy winning artist, DJ artist who, won a Grammy with Madonna. So she remixed the song for Club, and it's fantastic. So yeah, I'm having so much fun touring with it. Who doesn't want to talk about all their stories, the ones that have gone right, the ones that have gone wrong? It's like, this is what happened to me, so don't let it happen to you, kind of thing. It's like, because listen, I'm a person like everybody else, and I think people realize, oh my God, you're down to earth and a nice person. They think I'm some stuck up Countess biatch, which couldn't be farther from the truth.
No, you are totally not. And I just saw you do an interview recently somewhere. I saw, and it was so interesting to me. You gave facts on why you are the Countess. And I don't think I ever knew that answer. I was like, yeah, well, how is she a Countess? And you gave, it's a quick answer. Can you tell my listeners?
How did I become a Countess? So, I used to work in Milan. I went as a model from New York, and I'll make it quick. And I wound up in Italian television because I couldn't find a job as a model, because the 90s were very thin, wafy, odd looking. And I was too girl next door, but I found television. And then I went skiing for a weekend in Switzerland, and I met my husband at a dinner table, right? So I didn't know who he was at that point. I just knew that I loved him from this moment I saw him. And we got married 2 weeks later, and we have 2 kids from that marriage.
2 weeks. I thought getting married within 10 months was a lot. You beat me out right there.
And so, 16 years later, here I am. And so I married a French aristocrat, Count de Lesseps, and the family were responsible for the Suez Canal. He was the engineer behind it, and the Panama Canal.
Wow.
And so he was so important in France. He was given a title by Napoleon I of Count. They wanted to make him the Duke of Suez, but he declined because Napoleon III, they didn't like him very much. So he kept his title as Count de Lesseps. Otherwise, I'd be Duchess. Anyway, so
wow, this is so interesting to me.
I know the family's so important in France that they gave the Statue of Liberty to America for the French. So Ferdinand de Lesseps actually was the one to say, here you are, America, here is the Statue of Liberty. So very important name in France. And people think I picked it out of a Cracker Jacks box,
Yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's how she became the Countess.
That's right.
I love it. All right. Well, guys, if you're in Jersey or New York this weekend, make sure you check out Luann's show, Marry F. Kill, Saturday the 12th. She'll be at the Wellmont in Montclair, New Jersey. She'll be right in my neck of the woods.
I love that place. It is so cute, that town. It's so charming.
Isn't it such a charming town?
Yeah.
Yes. And on Sunday the 13th, you'll be where I have my other envy at the Paramount in Huntington, New York. You'll also be in Charleston as well before you hit Jersey.
Yes, October 10th. I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, the home of Southern Charm. I have never been there before, so I'm super excited to play my first show. First show on the tour kicks off in Charleston, South Carolina on October 10th, and I've never been there. I'm so excited.
All the tickets are available now at CountessLuann.com. Luann, I just think that you're so amazing. I think that you're inspiring. And I love what you said a couple minutes ago. The windshield is bigger than the rear view mirror. I love that quote. It's a great reminder to keep your focus forward and not dwell on what's going on behind you.
Right. Or the past. Move on.
Exactly. Thank you for coming on display today. Everyone go check out her shows. I cannot wait to see you this week. I'm very excited you're in my area.
I love you.
I love you. Good luck with everything.
And listen, we're going to get together in New York.
Yes.
But then we'll get together. We'll make a plan.
We need a night out. I would love that. Okay. Take care. I love you.
Love you, darling. Thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Hey girlies, I'm Cody Rigsby.
And I'm Andrew Chappelle.
We're here to announce our brand new podcast, Tactful Pettiness.
Now on PodcastOne.
We have a lot of opinions. Flip-flops in New York City? You don't love yourself.
If I'm not seated, I'm not tipping.
Do I want to see a picture of your baby?
No. If I have to scroll more than 10 seconds, he's not cute.
Settling gets you an ugly boyfriend. So we're going to help you out.
We sure are, because we have the life expertise.
We have mastered throwing shade with intention.
We are in the business of helping you find and keep your man.
And we're here to teach you the fine art of tactful pettiness.
Join us each week as we traverse the world of pop culture,
chat with our celebrity friends,
and show you how to accept yourself without taking life too seriously.
Get new episodes of Tactful Pettiness with me, Cody Rigsby.
And me, Andrew Chappelle.
Every Thursday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and anywhere you get your podcasts. Stay petty, bestie.
Pluto TV is a place for movie fans like me.
And TV fans like me.
They've got something for everyone, and it's free.
I love free, and I love Jersey Shore.
For me, it's The Godfather.
SpongeBob SquarePants, I am Patrick. Patrick is me.
Oh, Forrest Gump, come on.
Criminal Minds, solving crime after bedtime.
Whatever you love to watch, Pluto TV makes it easy with thousands of free movies and shows.
Pluto TV, stream now, pay never.